Hi everybody, and welcome to page 19 of the Tenor Sax Book 2. Today we have a new note introduced, a new note value introduced, 16th notes. And so I'm going to move the camera so that you can see my book. So here we have 16th notes. 16th notes for the time being will be grouped in groups of 4. The reason for that is that each 16th note gets 1/4 of a beat. And so when there are 4 of them together like this, they are often grouped together with 1 bar. And 8th notes, of course, have 1 bar. 16th notes have a double bar. So each one is 1/4 of a beat. That means that 4 of them together takes up the value or the time of 1 count. Same as 1/4 note. Same as 2 8th notes. If you look at this diagram, you see the relationship between the notes. We have quarter notes, beats 1 and 2. 8th notes, 1 and 2 and. And the way we count 16ths is 1 E and a, or 2 E and a. So the number would come first on the first note, and then it's followed by E and a. 2 E and a. If we write an accounting in the measure above it, we have 1 and, 2 and. Notice that the ands line up, so the ands are still in the same place. So the and is still on the second half of this beat, and same thing here. All right? If you take a look down at number 83, on beat 1, we have 4 beats in measure. On beat 1, we have a quarter note. That gets beat 1. Beat 2 begins here. Second half of that beat is and. Beat 3 is here. And then we have E and a, and then beat 4. So a couple things they do to help you read rhythms is, if you notice, these 4 16ths, of course, are grouped together, so it makes it clear that this is all of beat 3, all together on beat 3. Also, you notice that there is more space between quarter notes than there are 8th notes, and more space between 8th notes than there are 16th notes, showing you that this note is longer than this note is longer than this note, and so on. So that is to help you. All right, while we're looking at counting, we have some 6/8 songs at the bottom. Let's just take a little look at number 87 here. And I'm going to raise this up a little. I'm not sure you can see it. Oh, yes, you can. All right, so this is 6/8 time. So this is beat 6. That is a pickup note. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is part of that quarter note also. And then beat 6 is here. When 6/8 goes fast, which it does for this song, and this is a song you might recognize, sometimes 6/8 time is counted in a different way. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes we count it 1 and a, 2 and a. And I'm sorry if that's hard to read. There's not a lot of space there, but 1 and a, 2 and a. So this is beat 1. This is beat 2 if we do it in a different manner. And a lot of times that's so if there's a conductor, the conductor doesn't have to try to count to conduct 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because that would be hard to do. So instead, they simplify it and just go 1, 2. So in 6/8 time, they're conducting on beats 1 and 4. If you count it as 6 beats in a measure. This way, 1 and a, 2 and a. Okay, I just want to point that out. When you're figuring out 6/8 rhythms, you can always go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just wanted you to be aware that sometimes you might hear someone go 1 and a, 2 and a. All right, let me move the camera back and then we'll get to do some playing. Okay, starting with 82, which is called the warm-up band arrangement. whole notes, mostly. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't sound like a whole lot all by itself. Notice in the last two measures we have an E flat in the second to the last measure. The last measure includes a D and an E. That would be E natural because the flat is canceled by the bar line. All right, number 83. I'm going to slow the metronome down quite a bit since we have 16ths. All right, to just give you an idea how this is going to go. 1, 2, and 3, and a 4. And I think the rhythm is exactly the same in every measure in this one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. The next one is in 2/4 time, but there are several 16ths and a lot of 8th notes. In the measures with 16ths, the counting is 1 and 2 eanda. And I think there's only 3 of them and they're all the same. Otherwise, we have a lot of 8th notes. I'm going to slow this down just a little bit more. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we have a song called French Marching Song in 6/8 time. In the first measure, the first note, of course, comes on B1. It's a dotted quarter, so it gets 3 beats. And then we have 3 8th notes, beats 4, 5, and 6. Make sure you pay attention to the B flat in the key signature. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the very last note is a quarter note, dotted quarter note tied to an 8th note, getting 4 beats. And then the final 2 beats are 8th rests. All right, and then we have a song, number 86, in cut time. So remember, in cut time, all the note values are doubled in length, are cut in half, sorry. So just the opposite. So in the first measure, quarter notes be counted 1 and 2 and, getting a half a count each. Whole note gets 2 counts, which is 1 complete measure in cut time. Remember, cut time is the same as 2/2. One, 2, 1, and 2. Okay, and then we talked a little bit about the next one, When Johnny Comes Marching Home. Usually played fast 6/8, so something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1 and a 2 and a, the other way of counting. But I will go slower so that you can play along. So, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Starts on beat 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This lesson is brought to you by the Musician's Edition practice book. Make goals and keep track of progress throughout the whole year. When you're done with this video lesson, don't forget to mark this practice time in your Musician's Edition practice book. Now back to the video.
And then if you get really good at that, you can play it faster. My low E isn't coming out very well. Or something like that. That might sound more familiar. Play it at that speed. All right, good luck with that page. I'll see you next time.